We are back. Welcome, as we are jumping right back into the Witchlight Carnival. Next up in our little group of misfits, we have our feline friend who finds themselves drenched in the river in front of the carousel as you witness a procession of wooden unicorns standing motionless on a circular wooden platform. You notice fairgoers clamber onto the unicorns' backs, and a female centaur sets the ride in motion. The unicorns shake their manes and creak to life, cantering around the carousel to the delight of the riders.
I am a soggy, wet mess.
Yes.
I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling like jumping on the back of a unicorn. Meanwhile, I did see that Hector was far more successful in navigating his bubble, so I'm going to attempt to make my way and find out where Hector went.
Awesome. You do definitely, within the time frame of this session, end up watching Hector winning the pie eating contest.
And I'll watch him take a seat and set out a cupcake for no one.
We're all still waiting to see that payoff.
I'll give him a couple of minutes, and then I will sidle on up. Just sit down, and it just makes a squelch when I do. And Hector can just see the scowl on my face that I've been betrayed by my bubble, betrayed by my dice again.
I said, Rafe, what happened to you? You were floating along just fine when I passed you.
I was cartwheeling through the air and then it dropped me into the fucking river.
Well, that's unfortunate for you, I'm sure. Oh, I hope you saw my display of magnificence. Did you see that victory before?
You nailed it. But you got a bit of custard coming out your nose, but sorry.
That's not custard, but yeah, okay.
Pixie dust.
Pixie dust. Oh, well, can I get you a cupcake? And I look over across the bench and a bit suspiciously, and then just grab the cupcake and give it to Rafe.
Yeah, it's there for you, Rafe.
Nom, 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 nom.
Nom, nom.
Do you need a towel or something, man? You're drenched. Oh, come on!
Spraying water all over the people.
This vessel's pristine, Rafe. Come on.
Now,
So was my fur.
Most people assume that it's custard that's being sort of exploded out of a cupcake because they look over to you and look physically why they're not covered in custard.
And they see a very haggard, scruffy-looking silver and black tabby.
You look like you need a milk, Rafe. I'm not sure if we can get that kind of thing here, but would you like something else instead? And I turn and just to try and
Something
signal,
stronger?
just like, two.
Waiter!
Yeah, they do bring over some ale that is going around, that is being served alongside the pie.
That'll do.
That'll
Cheers,
do.
Hector.
Welcome, you're welcome.
To your victory.
I flick him a couple of silver and off we go.
He grabs
Surprised
it.
you could fit that in.
Oh, still things stuck up high. I'm just trying to wash it down. And you look like you could really use something to distract yourself.
Is it sunny?
It's funny, you know. Would I have known what memory he gave up before?
I don't think necessarily.
Okay, we'll just retract that.
Did you speak out loud what the memory was that you were going to give up at the at Auntie M's?
I did. I assumed that was the mechanic.
Cool. So yeah,
we
then
articulate
you would have heard what was articulated there.
It's funny, Rafe. I mean, looking at you now, it looks like you have suffered a defeat, which you may have no knowledge of.
Wow. I don't think I've ever been defeated.
Of course.
Yeah.
Undefeatable. I'm sure.
Exactly. That's how we make it here, right? You can only get this far through winning.
Look at you. You're a winner. Look at you.
Yeah.
Absolute superstar.
I win the fights. I don't.
Maybe this
don't,
was your first defeat then after the memories were won.
I'll tell you what, I'll give this memory away.
Trade it in.
At a certain point, I think she's going to become a bit more specific about she wants good memories. Yeah, so you guys hang out for a little bit.
Yeah, I'll soak up the sun, dry off a bit.
Enjoy some of the festivities here. Next up, Malkis, where did you end up again?
Lost property.
Lost property, that's right. I want to leave the mystery mines for last, so we'll go to the lost property. This music is just absolutely beautiful.
Oh, sorry, my mic was muted. I said lost property.
Ah, sweet. Yeah, your voice was lost.
Sorry.
You found it. That's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, you walk up to see this massive cat sitting outside there. This displacer beast with these huge wings, as we saw earlier, and you see that the children who are playing are eventually reunited with their parents who come up to get them.
Children.
Yeah.
I feel sick to my stomach. Yeah, I feel sick to my stomach when I look at them. Just this overwhelming feeling inside of me and saying, "Oh, disgusting peasants! I want to spit on them. They're sick." But then, I think a little bit to myself. I'm like, "Huh, interesting. Why do I?" Yeah. Anyways, go on.
The cat eventually comes over to you. Are you lost?
No, I'm Malkis.
It's not Father's Day.
A pleasure to speak to you, Malkis.
I didn't know your kind could speak.
You have not met many of my kind, then, have you?
No. Is it true that that you're not really where you are, and if I reached out to strike you, I would miss?
I would advise that you didn't strike at me at all, but in my prime, I was never the same place, the same time.
Wow, that's fascinating. What I would do for that kind of ability. Wow.
Indeed. Well, you found yourself here at the lost property. Is there something that you were looking for?
Not really. Yeah, I was just kind of lost in my own thoughts and wound it up here. I don't think there's anything that I've lost.
All right. Well, that's fair. Good luck, and I wish you all the best of adventures here at the Witchlight Carnival.
Oh, thank you. Are you a part of this place?
Oh,
Like a worker?
I travel here and there, and I help reunite those lost in the carnival with others. And he motions with his sort of snout over to the kids. when they are in danger, I provide safety. And I also bring a little bit of toffee apple juice to those who cannot afford the luxuries of some of our more exorbitant delicacies.
Wow. Just out of curiosity, what do you think are the big shows running the place? You know?
The owners of
Mm.
the Carnival
Yeah, what are they like?
make a just persuasion check to see if you can get them to open up.
21.
With the 21, you see him with a little bit of a rumble in his throat. He replies, I am a little bit worried. They
Why is
seem on edge. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light have not had their usual carefree attitude of late.
Really?
Indeed.
How bizarre. The vibe in this place it's bussin'.
It
as they
was
say.
not like this earlier today, but yes, it
Hmm.
has indeed become bussin'.
That is quite bizarre. Their behavior. Hmm.
Is this something that you wish to further investigate?
Not really, you know. I'm just curious about who it is who, puts on a kind of magical carnival like this one. They must be very interesting people.
Indeed, they have led it for quite some time. And
Really?
Indeed, they have each their own influence over the magic of this carnival.
Wow.
We have
Would you-
the... Sorry? Yeah.
Oh no, keep going.
I'm trying to exposition here, if you wouldn't
Yeah.
mind. Just letting me have my moment. He sort of takes his time and he explains that both of them have their own contribution to the carnival. Mr. Witch has what he calls his Witchlight watch that enables him to, with the press of a button, pack up or unpack the entire Witchlight carnival as if by magic. Which is part of what he does. But otherwise, we have Mr. Light, who has a different bit of magic, and that is his Witchlight vein, an ornate rod which is topped with a pair of beautiful butterfly wings that incorporates bits of red glass into its length. And it has the ability to sense the mood of the carnival. And with those two things together, they sort of work to make it the most joyous place in the world.
Wow. Now these owners, are they like nice people? Are they good people? Or, what are they like?
They are. It is hard to say. They have done well for us here in the carnival. They have helped many, but there are those that lose themselves in the carnival, and that is hard to quantify. But more than that, most of us, I believe, don't know much of their history. But this is not the only place that Mr. Witch and Mr. Light have ever held in their vision. There was a time before this place, as I understand.
Interesting. Now how did you end up here?
Oh, myself? Well, I've been around, and I was part of the Feywild, and I got tired of grinning at anybody really widely who came into my domain. There was this girl, Alice, and I think I creeped her out a little bit by smiling too wide. And ever since then, I decided that I'll spend a bit of time on the road, and came here and have been helping reunite the lost with their families ever since.
Oh, well, that is so sweet.
Thank you kindly.
Well, anyways, I'm gonna meet up with my friends now.
He
You
purrs a little bit and says, "I wish you a wonderful adventure here in the
All the
Witchlight
best.
Carnival."
I think on the way back, I'll pass by those kids, and I'll give them a little smile
They
and a
smile back.
wave.
and they wave at you again.
Okay. Felt wrong, but Malkis is.
Your sword whispers to you, "Do not waste your time thinking about those lesser than you. We have the world at our fingertips, Malkis."
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Yeah, fuck them.
As we then skip over to the last of our adventurers here, riding the mystery mine. You walk up to the dwarf that is standing there at the front of the mystery mine. As we mentioned, he's propelled by magic mine carts laden with fairgoers, and you see at the front of it the dwarf named Zefixo as you read on his name tag. He sees you approach and he waves, and he says, "Welcome, welcome. It is a pleasure to see you here in my part of the world. My name is Zefixo, and I am here, and I've created this beautiful thing."
Zefixo, this looks amazing.
Thank you very much.
I'm just staring at what's in his hand, this clock.
He says, "Oh, I see you've found my giant eye. Have you?" And he sort of positions it in front of you.
This is a giant eye, you say? It's like the most intricate thing I've ever seen.
Do you look into the eye?
I stared deeply into the eye. How can you not?
So can you give me
a new character sheet?
No, not quite yet. This isn't like the magic cup that'll give you a wisdom save and see if you die. Not this time around, anyway. Yeah, that's the point of difference.
Second character lucky.
Can I please get you to tell me what one of your fears are?
Am I in like a bit of a just like stuck staring into it and telling you, or do you just want to know what it is?
So from the story point of view, the eye captures your fears, and it is able to record what they are.
A tear just drops down Harm's face, and this fear of Anubis just disappointed, shaking his head. You failed me. You have failed. He
smiles at you as the eye's influence over you seems to disperse. He says, "Would you like to ride my mystery mine adventure?"
Mines normally have dwarves in them. You're a dwarf. Is there any pints to go with this ride by any chance?
As you are looking over to your right, a dwarf will never go on an adventure without some beer. You'll be given a full tankard, but I warn you, there could be some thrills and some chills in there. Do not go spilling it all about.
No, never drop.
Good man. Now head on in there, and he offers his hand to clip your ticket.
I reach up and feel much less anxiety about my hand, which is now covered in its new glove.
Oh, hell yeah. A beautiful glove now sits upon there for the world to enjoy.
No diseased, bony, sinewy,
And shiny sequins instead.
Yeah, that's it.
He clips your ticket and lets you right in. You're surrounded by several other creatures and people all around who are also excitedly wait for the ride to continue, where you're all clicked in to this space. As you begin, the track moves slowly at first and leads you in, and everything else fades away around you, but the seat immediately in front of you, everything else, all the other people seem to fade away. As you see a giant eye gilded in front of you, closed at first, and then the eye opens. As you look at it, you know exactly what that is. It is the eye of Anubis that gazes into your soul. And you look back and you see all of Anubis start to come into view as he holds his staff there and stares at you. You have tried, and you have tried to do what I asked. Yet, the book remains full of names. Why have you forsaken my vision?
No, I haven't. I haven't forsaken you. I just
Do
need more
not
time.
waste your voice on my time.
No, you don't understand. I just need more time. I just need more time. You just.
He unfurls a long list that seems to go on and stretch on forever, and the list becomes the track that sits in front of you as you go on this ride through the track. As you see Anubis wielding his staff go down to strike you, you see the staff hit you, bursting into multicolored light as you burst out into the other side of the ride of the mystery mine. Tankard still in hand as you take a sip. Everybody else also around you just seems a bit shaken as they sort of hold on to their seats after having visited their fear into the mystery mine. And they all sort of shake a little bit.
I straight away go for my book. Like, there's a moment I just need to check about how I'm actually going here. Just Suffixo.
Yes.
What did you just do to me? What was that?
It was a ride, of course.
That was horrible. I've seen some
What is
horrible
not like
things.
a haunted ride for you?
It was the most gruesome thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, your mileage may vary. The fear that is seen by my eye is often light and trivial, like spider descending from ceiling, and makes for quite a scary ride. But it seems that you saw your life flash before your eyes.
I saw a permanent death flash before my eyes. There was no gift. Failure is not rewarded, Sister. It's not rewarded.
Would you like to ride again?
Holy crap, no. One punch at this ticket is good. I'm good. No.
As you find quickly the full joy of the ride here waiting for you. With all of you having experienced your hour, the ride advances forward. The time, sorry, as you are now at the 6th hour of the carnival. With sort of you all exploring the majority of the carnival, I think it's probably okay for us to slowly progress. Would you like to talk and meet with Mr. Light?
Yeah, we could all we can all reconvene probably near the big top. I think that was possibly agreed upon at some point that we would meet back there.
I think there was like a rule that if you ever got split up, that's where you'd come to.
Biggest thing that everyone can see from wherever you are in the carnival. So, hey guys,
I have Finry's mobile number scrolled down my arm.
if lost, return
please
to
return.
Finry.
Rafe, you look like crap.
Fuck
What
off.
are you? Okay, holy.
Oh,
Hector,
Don't mind
Hector,
Rafe.
what happened to him?
He had a bit of a stumble. Yeah, fell in
Oh,
a creek, you know.
I lost control of my bubble,
well,
and
His
And
bubble burst, as it were.
well, Rafe, I have something that might be able to pick you up a little bit. Now, have you ever wanted to fly?
I just did, and it then dumped me in a creek for an
Well,
unplanned
this one-
swim.
This one definitely won't dump you in a creek. It'll set you down gently. And I pull out a bag of PCP. I mean, pixie dust. Now, this, it's a one use, but from what I understand, it'll let you fly for a minute.
That seems like something we should hold on to.
Well, no,
Great
I'm
idea.
Gonna give it to
Thank
you because straight in the mouth.
Oh, I see. Because you got your bat shit.
Well, it does that, but yeah, no, I also figured that you looked a bit down. I wanted to make sure you were having a good time because it's fun. We're at a carnival. Like one bad moment won't spoil all the good moments that we've had together.
Take it, Wraith. Take it.
Thank you, Fairy.
And
I force a smile.
give him a
As you're
little
all
chin,
sitting-
like little
It's
stretching.
horrifying.
As you're standing around, you notice Burley, the bugbear, that some of you met, standing outside the staff area in front of the walled-off staff space.
Finry, do you know this fellow? Or anyone? Do we know this fellow here?
You all met him in the Big Top after
We-
Rafe
Malkis
arm
and I
wrestled
did.
him.
Yeah.
I don't think I was there for that. I was getting lost
No,
in the
you were
moment of
here.
the rides
Yeah.
and things. So
Right,
I flagged down Burley.
Oh, hello again. Have you all come to take up the offer?
Yes. Yes, we'd love to go meet Mr. Light.
Well, follow me. When management wants to see you, who are we to disobey?
Can't say no.
And he waves his hand, and puts one hand on the bramble, and you see an opening begin to form as the bramble begins to recede into the sides.
It's really handy. Like
Yeah.
those thorns, they look very sharp, and they could do a lot of damage.
I pity a person who tries to come into this space. It's not quite as nice as you might think.
Yeah, no, I bet. I kind of just like nudge Malkis just a little bit because he's been quieter than usual, and I'm like, "You're right, Malkis."
I want to, as Rafe goes forward, I want to slowly get inside his mind and just let him hear my voice and say, Rafe, the friend here, if you feel like this is going to go sideways, let Hector know. Just talk to Hector.
When the voice first
Stay calm.
apparates into my head, you kind of see the fur on the back of the neck instantly puff and the tail goes a bit stiff. But then I recognize it. I recognize that it's Hector, and I don't know quite how you do it, but the tail sort of behind the head gives...
It creates a balloon animal of the thumb as you do so. You slowly follow Burley in, and Burley leads you to a circle of wagons, leaning against a particularly ostentatious wagon is an aging clown with a painted grin. He puffs on a bubble pipe and glares at you as Burley, ignoring the clown, opens the wagon's door and ushers you inside.
All the hairs on the back of my neck are properly standing up now after seeing the clown.
Finry is behind Harm. It's just like making sure he's just like always like this thing can't see because this is awful.
Kill it with fire.
Kill it with, just burn it to the ground. Light. There's got to be. I think I've shown you this photo before.
You don't need to show it. You don't need to show it again. We don't need to see. We don't need to see.
You guys open up the
Definitely.
thing to see inside Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. Hanging out.
I glare at Finray. Give him a look.
Oh, well, nice to meet you both. We missed the big fun thing at the Big Top because your carnival is just so amazing.
This flamboyant elf that is Mr. Light grins ear to ear, and he says, "Please come in. It's a delight to meet you all.
Finry takes a couple of steps back.
am Mr. Light, and this is my associate, Mr. Witch." He gestures to the stocky elf lounging on a bunk. Mr. Witch nods to you and doffs his top hat.
You're not gonna eat us, are you?
What, sorry?
You're not gonna eat us, are you?
Oh, Finry, that's a
Who
ridiculous
says-
question.
He's like
What a
at the back of
strange
the group.
question to ask.
I'm here to say a bit of a thank you to the wonderful joy you have brought to my hour.
Oh, you've brought a wonderful joy to everyone else. This has been a fantastic visit.
Oh, thank you so much. We are so glad you have enjoyed yourself here.
Minor note, just a minor note.
Yes.
The bubble top teapot thing.
Yes, a favorite of all our guests.
It's got some kinks to iron out.
Oh,
It
this
likes
particular
pain.
cat did not find themselves landing on their feet.
Not this time. No. Or it was a bit of a water landing.
Lucky you've got those 9 lives, or should I say 8 now?
Hector gives Rafe a tap on the shoulder and like, he got you good.
I hope you've enjoyed
resisting putting a hand on a dagger.
I will admit, I particularly did enjoy the Pixie Kingdom. That was very fun. I made good friends with Biscuit.
Oh yes, I was able to identify just the joy that you were feeling in my. He taps his cane and my Witchlight vein over here.
You. Sorry, trying very hard not to make a dick joke right now.
What would your character do? That's all you need to think.
Yeah. Oh yes, it was overflowing. I can see. It looks like it's just about to pop.
Oh yes, with so much joy, we've reached the climax.
Yeah, well, not everything's all fun and games. I went on that mystery mine.
Oh, and what exactly did you see, good sir?
Let's just say when a god kills you, you don't come back.
Oh,
Mm.
interesting indeed.
I did particularly also enjoy Auntie M. Is she a regular here?
Sorry, who?
Auntie M.
Yes.
She was with the stalls.
You got the gloves and
This cloak.
I am truly bewildered at what you are talking about.
Inside
we
check.
win a prize for bewilderment.
Yeah,
You
inside
can
check.
go ahead and inside check them.
Fucking fey creatures.
With a 2, there you cannot tell. With another 2, you cannot tell.
14.
With a 14, you seem to believe that they're being genuine.
Okay. Oh, it's a fun day. You are able to bewilder the owners of such an amazing carnival.
You'll have
Things
to
that
tell
even they
me
don't know.
more, but unfortunately, there is but a short time we have together, and an offer for those who have done such good for us. We would offer up a chance for you to ask us questions and maybe find out more about this wonderful fair that you found yourself a part of today.
What's the deal with the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch?
Oh, the Witchlight Monarch
How
is
does
such
that
a
work?
fantastic event. We have the chance to crown someone who really celebrates the joyous zeal of the carnival. It is a huge event where all of our guests sit in the big top. I don't know if you've met, but Dolagron, our wonderful cat in waiting, will escort my companion here, Mr. Winch, onto the coronation, and we'll be able to see all of the beautiful crowning. The crown will go onto a monarch's head, and they'll be crowned the Witchlight Monarch for the time, and it will be the final moment of the whole carnival, the pinnacle, if you were.
Sorry, am I talking to Mr. Witch or Mr. Light right now? Who's chatting?
Mr. Light is the one that's the most chatty. Mr. Witch sort of just sits there at the back stoically, just
He looks
sort of
very dour.
Mr. Light, right?
yes, indeed, and his smile again just broadens.
Look, I appreciate this carnival. This fantastic spectacle of yours does not come around very often. And
Once in every 8 years
what?
across the world.
exactly what I hear also. And it was a good friend of mine who suggested we come here. Zabilna, do you know this Zabilna? Zabilna?
I'll say that you know what the name is.
Good friend.
My good friend.
The ball, the bill, the ball. Let me just.
Zabiarch.
The warlock's name.
I had the notes up that I wanted.
Zabilga.
I
The
did
warlock's name
hear
is
that.
Madrick.
I did hear that they might even be here, and I would love to pop in and say hello and thank you for the recommendation.
Have a little high, a little colorful van. Yeah, it's the one I wanted. Let me quickly get to this point. So there's this is obviously important things here.
Oh, everyone, get your pencils and pens out.
Oh, exposition time.
Oh, indeed. What a curiosity.
Oh, yes, how so?
Zybilna happens to be the patron of our carnival as well.
Can you tell me more about that?
Oh, well, sure. She dwells in the Feywild, in the domain of Prismere, as that, and a lot of our power also drawn from her. It is what gives us the chance to travel and to do the magics that sets this whole thing in motion. But if I'm to be honest, I have not had much of a chance to speak to them of late. I have not been in contact for some time.
Is there a particular reason for that?
Not that comes to mind immediately.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Please roll high. Oh,
14 again.
Let me quickly see here what we've got. There is a
Rafe's
little
late
bit
to
of
the part
stuff.
with a 3. Rafe's got no fucking idea what's going on.
Average rolls tonight, my
He's
god.
wet. You guys suck. Go plus 10. That's all I'm saying.
Just really having fun over here.
You say
I
plus
didn't
10 to
tell
insight.
you.
No, but you guys can't break a 10.
Oh, right.
Saying you'd be happy if you could break a 10.
I rolled a dirty 20 on my stealth check. That's what I'm good at. I'm not good at insight checks.
I'm
Mr.
good at
DM.
inside checks.
Yes.
Mr. DM, you mentioned Zybilna is the patron of the carnival, dwells in the Feywild, an area known as the
Prismere.
Prismere domain.
The Prismere domain, indeed.
And they draw power from her to allow them to travel.
And do all of their good, fun stuff. So you asked if they actually know anything that was happening with her, and I think the insight you get is that they don't know what happened to her, but suddenly when they're called out, they seem a little bit defensive. Like maybe this wasn't necessarily the problem, but there seems to be more at stake here. Actually, hang on. They seem to be lying. I will say that with the 14. There's I'm jumping between several places of this book.
Who got that read? Who picked up on that?
Yeah, that was me.
That was
Harm.
Harm and Harm twice.
Are you sure? Like, there's nothing else you want to tell us?
But of course we're sure.
Of course. Sorry, it's been a long day. The mind cut, you can imagine, has obviously put me off. I just felt there for a second that you had half told us, or you wanted to tell us something else. My apologies. I apologize.
Oh, you're more than forgiven. And the smile comes back on as they smile.
Look, should we look to try and have a connection with Zybilna? Where might we start? You did say that it was a bit long since anyone's heard from this one, so how might we...
There is no need for you to travel. You are obviously at home in this plane, and I should not have it that you were to leave it. You're obviously comfortable here, and a world so foreign to you must be quite hard to comprehend.
Well, actually, we do enjoy traveling. We traveled all the way up here from Nandar. I don't know if you know what that is. I think it's like the bottom of the country, and then we traveled all the way up here to where we are now. We're travelers. We like to travel around, see new sights, record new things.
Fate surely seemed to be on your side to have you show up this time at our beautiful Carnival.
And perhaps
I think I asked
that
this.
we go to this domain of Prismere.
I'm afraid that This is not a ferry between the realms, my dear friends.
I'm sure it's not, but surely you have seen the delight we can bring to your guests at this carnival. I'm sure that you don't wait 80 years before performing again. There is training, there is practice, there is often routines, I'm sure. If you were to, I'm sure, set up a carnival closer to our friends of Bilner, then perhaps we could come with and help spread the joy.
You see Mr. Light sort of smile, that like big artificial clown smile, and you see Mr. Witch look at the watch that he's got, and he sort of taps Mr. Light on the shoulder, and Mr. Light somehow unnaturally his smile widens even further, and he says, "Oh well, maybe next time. As you leave, this is now Mr. Witch Mr. Light still offers. As a thank you for your wonderful service, you can chat to my dear friend Thaco, which is he points to the cloud that's waiting for you outside. He is a master at balloon art and will gladly give you a balloon animal for your time here today. Thank you so much, Burley, if you wouldn't mind." And Burley comes over and begins to escort you all out into the wider opening.
As we're going up, I'm like, Mr. Witch, Mr. Light, we have so much to offer.
They turn to each other and the door closes.
Turn back and like, that was less successful than I would have hoped.
A balloon for any of you?
I look
Yeah,
just straight
sure.
at
Oh,
Victor, do you want to go back and chat?
Burley looks at you and says, "I dare say that would be ill-advised.
Burley, there's nothing wrong with the conversation.
I know these two quite well, and they do not wish to be further disturbed."
They seem quite happy.
I was going to ask them about.
He looks at you, Rafe, and he's like, "Let's finish up here, and I will lead you outside." He's trying to sort of communicate something to you, and he's like,
I get the
trying to talk
hint,
to you directly.
but at the same time, as we're making our way towards the bramble
Thaco is
exit.
first trying to
Can
make you
I-
all balloon animals.
can I have a balloon?
What
can I-
balloon animal do you wish? What do you
I
want me
would-
to create for you?
I would like a Malkis, and I point to Malkis.
What sort of an animal is this Malkis?
Elvish?
Buffoon?
Elvish?
You notice he's like, "Fantastic," and he begins to sort of unfurl his hands. You hear crick, crick, crick as the rubber just like rubs on each other, and you see the stick figure being created with a sort of round head, but they've attached like little pointed balloons to the head. Perfect representation. Anybody else want a balloon?
What about the cloak?
He quickly makes a triangle out of balloons and like ties it to the neck. There you are. Anybody else want a balloon?
Not for me, kind sir.
Anyone else?
I think we're good.
Thaco has many talents. Anybody want a balloon?
Malkis, what one do you want?
Finry, can I please get a feather?
Brilliant. He creates a feather for you.
Is it
out
just
of-
like just like this? Just like a long cylinder?
Wait, how is it colored?
Now, if anyone's good with gifts, that's one for the record books,
Oh
fellas.
god.
Someone clip that. I need to go back and clip that.
So he makes like a balloon that looks almost like it could be a tree. It's just like a long stem with all of these sort of stems reaching out of it.
Oh, so it's got that.
And like how high does it go? Does it go like up this high?
Yeah, it's sort of just like coming all the way over here. It's just nice and spread out. You make your way out. Do you do anything before Burley leads you outside?
Yeah, I was going to say, damn it, I was going to ask him about our friend Kettlesteam. and just see if that name registers on Burley's face at all.
Burley, like it's transparent that Burley knows exactly who you're talking about.
Oh, wait, which one was Kettle Steam? It was Kettle Steam the
Kettle Steam's a Kenku.
Kenku, yeah.
Right. Oh, what were you going to ask, Rafe?
Oh, just how they knew Kettle Steam. We've run into Kettle Steam while we're here. We didn't know Kettle Steam.
You see the door open from the caravan, and Mr. Light looks at you. Did you say Kettle Steam?
I did.
Well, no matter. You understand that we did not always own this Carnival. We took over management through an honest pact with the owners of another carnival. Kettle Steam is simply a disgruntled guest and a troublemaker whose fey patron Zybilna dwells in the Feywild. And he explains that that's sort of all that the Kettle Steam is. And I wouldn't worry too much about them, and I would just focus on enjoying the rest of the festivities.
Well, Kettle Steam seemed pretty nice. Like we managed to, Malkis and I managed to get her to give up the voice that she stole from the mime. I didn't write. What was the mime's name? Like I know I got it, but I didn't write it down.
I feel like his name was like Mr.
Candlefoot
Mime,
or something.
almost. Candlefoot, yeah.
In a box.
Now
Trapped.
I remember.
Yeah,
Candlefoot.
we got.
I heard that
voice
you guys.
back.
I heard you guys might be being shut down. Who would want to shut down a carnival as fun as this?
Mr. Light now regretting opening up the thing. He says, "Shutting down? What do you mean? That's preposterous."
Just rumor has it.
It's all over the carnival. This might be the last one.
What would bring our beautiful carnival down?
I don't know.
That's what we wanted to find out from you.
Ridiculous. No, everything's fine. I would not worry about it.
And I was wondering if we could help.
Yeah,
And we
did-
have it
did-
all.
We are
under control.
adventurers for hire, freelancers.
There is no need, as I said. You are simply guests at our show. Do not overstep your bounds.
That almost sounded like a threat, kind sir.
There is no threats here. Just a humble owner of the Carnival, hoping for you to enjoy yourselves. I do not wish for you to find yourself in any bad graces, and there are others beyond us that might see that as an active threat.
Oh, like who?
We're so not being crowned the.
Like who? Who else would see? We don't mean any harm to the carnival, of course. We just have heard these rumors.
You guys are pushing buttons. Make a persuasion check to see if you're coming across at all well, or you're like fumbling.
Who's doing the
being too-
persuasion check? Sorry?
You're the one that's just pushing the button, so I'm gonna make you do it.
Do I get
That is you, not
advantage
me.
because everyone else has been talking?
What's it? Sorry.
Do I get advantage because everyone else has been talking?
Oh, he zones in on you like a target as you threaten it.
Oh, be a good roll. Yes. 20, 30, 20.
With a beautiful unnatural 20. He looks at you. What did you say specifically?
I was like, who else would be interested? We're just trying to help the carnival from being shut down.
Yeah,
He looks exasperated at this point, wanting to be rid of you, and he says, "Let me make myself abundantly clear. I will have Burley throw you out in a moment, but I will give you this one thing, as it seems you are so hell-bent on putting your noses where they do not belong. The Feywild is not a place for those unaccustomed to it. There is danger in the whimsy. There is danger in the uncertainty and the unpredictability of magic. You lot who are here have only but scraped the surface of what magic is possibly capable of. You are but infants in the grand scale of magic across the universe. there are untold eternities that wait beyond here. Beings of such power and just wildness that they will escape any understanding you have. You are but a match that has not yet understood the meaning of a bonfire in comparison to itself. As such, the world beyond our carnival is one that changes, and there are dangers, and there are beings who would seek to influence the world. Beings of such chaos and unpredictability that they may be evil, they might not be, but they surely do not care about you as individuals.
Is that like the Hourglass Coven?
Make a persuasion check.
Shit. Please be better. Please be
Oh,
completely good.
come on.
Oh, I can't roll on that one. But I rolled a 9 instead.
Oh,
I rolled a 9
that is
instead.
pretty bloody close to fucking that one. That is still not gonna do it. He says, "Enough, Burley, take them away."
Harm is not happy with being yelled at. He's going to intimidate. He's going to try and yell back.
Looks saddened, Rafe, as he looks towards you, kind of like, I didn't want this. Very specifically, I fucking warned you. I specifically was like, trust me, and he just seems exasperated.
Am I getting the vibes?
Well, now he's switched. He looks at you like one last look of, and then he has to step in, and he begins to walk between you and you all and the owners, and begins to usher you out.
I start casting a spell.
Oh shit!
Woo! All right, yo. Can you roll initiative for me?
Oh shit! It's happened.
What?
Please.
Wait, what spell is it first?
It does not matter.
Yes, they don't know.
It does not matter.
Do we all need to roll initiative?
Yes, please.
If we're not partaking?
You will just have to then skip over your turn, but it will give you a chance.
As per the Harm praying for literally 30 seconds, and you guys threw everything away.
Well, welcome. Good evening, then. Is it Chav Hunter 86?
Yes.
That name is quite
16.
quite a thing.
So as you see Malkis start to cast this spell, you can see Hector's eyes, normally gold, just go completely black.
Hang on. Marcus and I a joint initiative. Is it a
which
dex
of you
off?
has the higher dex modifier?
I got it.
+3.
You got +3 as well. God damn.
Yeah, roll to see who goes first.
What are we rolling?
Just a dexterity check again, I guess.
Or just a flat 20?
Flat 20 works as well. 6 versus 4. All right, Malkis goes
Unlucky.
first. Fantastic. Yeah, so immediately, funnily enough, this is one eventuality that they have got here is what happens when you guys.
What happens when the
roll.
players...
What happens when the murder hobos go to see them?
So that's at least a funny coincidence.
I feel like you had that one prepped.
They have it here as what are they?
I love that this.
Not sure
I
who's
love
better,
that this campaign is like the players can go through it without any fights at all, and then it has been 4 sessions and we haven't fucked up anything yet. So we were due
Who
for
says
it. We were
we're
due
fighting?
for it.
Who says we're fighting?
Okay, true.
I fought Burley.
Yes. So, as you guys are busy with this encounter, as it goes, and I think I probably have to roll for both of these two because they need to also have influence. Let's quickly see if I have their actors here. Mr. Apparently not.
We're all up in the staff area, aren't we?
Yeah, you're all in the staff area right now.
There's 2 Finrays.
There is. Let me quickly jump into the map itself of that as well. Into Wild Beyond the Witchlight, into the Witchlight Carnival, into this one here, staff area. Activate. Bam. Hopefully you'll all be able to see that in here.
Oh, it's on now.
Oh shit! Where are we all?
You guys are all around this individual little glowing, beautiful rainbow roof thing here. And additionally, we also have Bugbear.
It's
chilling
fucking
over
going
here.
down.
And yeah, so we've got the clown here. We've got. I'll get rid of her because I don't think she's relevant. These two are now standing in front of the entrance with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light inside of the caravan. And we will quickly get their rolls into the space.
We need Rafe and Harm as well. They're not on the map.
You guys should be able to roll, drag yourselves in, truly.
Yeah. I expect I will be standing close to
Oh,
Burley. There we
the
go.
initiative disappeared as well.
My apologies. Please.
It was Malkis at the top.
Yeah, just roll yourselves back in
Right.
if you can, and then it'll give us the chance we can edit those numbers.
I had a 13 last time.
Yeah, you're good. We got a 17. We have
I'm pretty-
a.
I rolled
Rafe.
exactly the same
Rafe, you rolled
as
the
I
same.
did last
That's
time.
great. Hom, what'd you get?
I had a 13 last
13
time.
last time, and you got the same, Finry?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Door.
We want to add you in. We want to add you in. Let's get
This is-
those rolls.
This is great. This is exactly what we thought was going to happen.
Hey, just reminding you, DM, we're using up all of our what do you call it, thingos,
Bonuses?
our bonuses very quickly after they're rolled. So this might be one of the first times you got a chance to use it in this encounter.
Indeed. I will,
Do ensure
unfortunately,
you cross
not
the
be in
red
your
hat.
favor this particular moment in
The
time.
DM can also use those to give bonuses.
Oh, that seems outside the spirit of the gift. I'm not sure
Mark's
about
never,
that
Mark's never
necessarily.
played D&D.
Damn it, cat!
What have you done? Why have you forsaken us? Let's quickly grab a. I'm just trying to find like any good clowns. There's no clowns.
Good.
And in.
Look
Just
under,
create a
look
copy
under
of
the
Finrod.
horror section.
I'm gonna quickly just throw two in here. Oh, we've already got one of those. We'll drag the other one in as well. So this. Oh, that's a.
Don't forget,
That's an
people in the
Arachnid.
chat, you can
Arachnid.
create your own crazy custom clown by checking out our Buy Me a Coffee page. Get creative with our DM and create your own custom freaky
Make
clown
some-
for our campaign.
Make some cool stuff for us. Yeah, so this will be Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, the Birdman, and the constructed commoner, and they will also put themselves in here. They are more powerful than those stat blocks. Just FYI, don't think that's necessarily reflective. Awesome. So at the top of the order, we have Hector. What did you get originally?
6.
Yeah, that 21 is not you. Let's get you out of there.
Thankfully.
Firstly,
16's the beat.
Burley, upon your attempt to cast a spell, Malkis, he immediately goes to restrain you.
Oh my god!
Make a strength saving throw.
Okay, it's not magical at all, is it?
No, it's just a big grab.
Okay.
15. It's going to be a bit of a contest, so I think he's gonna. Where's Burley's stat block? Make me get out all these people, aren't you?
Malkis has a -1 modifier.
Yeah. A very strong boy.
Burly. Yeah, sure, it doesn't exist. I don't know why that's one thing they didn't include in this big module. Is just the people.
Yeah, why would
Burly.
you need that? You wouldn't need
Yeah,
that.
why would you ever need that?
Only the stupid players invoke combat.
Burly. Is there a Burly? There's not a Burly. Burly, where are you?
How did I fight Burley? Well, arm wrestling. Well,
Yeah,
that
there
just-
was. I swear there was a Burly stat block. Cool. We'll be going with it. This is it here, I think. They just have it chilling in one of the other pages, maybe. Possibly. All right, cool. Yeah, so yeah, you'll begin to roll. I will give them a pretty decent bonus to this. As we get bam, and we'll give a +5. They roll a 22.
Oh shit!
As you are just hauled off to the side, and Burley says, "All right, stop this at once. Let's get out of here immediately. Let's not make this unpleasant. You are all guests. I do not want to hurt you."
Oh my god, I am in shock. Malkis is just feeling like, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
Yeah, he begins to walk you out towards the exit, and he begins to drag you over to this space here.
Go easily, Malkis. I've seen bugbears just tear the arms by the arm sockets off
Malkis
of.
is super chill. Malkis is not aggressive whatsoever. He's just started casting and then this guy just charged.
And then,
Malkis,
you're getting ragdolled around.
It is now your turn. Do you go without resistance?
I do go without resistance, but I still want to, if I can, get my spell off. How would that
So
work?
do you need the ability to move your arms to cast your spell?
I do. It's minor illusion. It's somatic and
Yeah, they saw it as a sign of threat, so I think you won't be able to get it off at this point.
Okay.
Do you want to do anything
I'll
else? With
say,
your turn?
unhand me, you hideous creature. I was just trying to cast minor illusion. My God, what's wrong with you people? Don't they teach you any manners where you're from?
To himself, he just says, "Why can't I just spend my days reading poetry instead of this?" And continues to drag you towards the exit.
Yeah, I'm not resisting.
Next up, we have Rafe.
I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting.
Burley sort of motions for you all to follow him.
I'm not giving up any fight.
Oh shit!
No, as in I'm walking just behind Burley.
Rafe follows.
Throw my arms in the air. And...
Is there anybody who will not be doing that?
Well, if the rest of the party is walking away, Hector kind of just... Like, what is it? The superhero plant down first, crouch, and sort of jumps up a bit and floats forward
Nice.
with levitation.
Just sort of going a little bit like that.
Eyes still fully black and kind of just hands dragging behind him.
Oh.
Fingery, with the distraction, he's gonna stealth.
Go ahead and make a strength check.
Goodbye, Finry.
Stealth check, sorry.
What?
19.
You rolled like shit.
Holy!
Yeah, I have a +10 to my stealth.
It's always good. Yeah, you slip away from this in the commotion.
I go back under the wagon to listen to what the Mr. Witch and Mr. Light are gonna start talking about.
As things close and get away, I think you do hear them begin to say, just sort of whispering. You don't catch the beginning of it, but Mr. Light says, "I knew that there would be trouble. These damn coven, they have made our lives far more difficult." And Mr. Witch, as you hear him, says, "I agree." As they sort of both just then sit in silence.
Yeah. And then I'll go catch up. I think Harm wanted to do something.
Harm caught view of Hector's eyes. The fact that he was suddenly levitating. I've like completely forgotten about the dudes in the truck. I'm like just bewildered by Hector. I kind of run up to him and I just grab onto him. Like, I assume you're not levitating too far out of reach, like just off the ground, right?
Just off the ground, like 3 or 4 feet in the air.
I just run up and kind of grab at him. I'm like, Hector, what? Are you okay, Hector?
Unhand me, human.
What did you call human? It's me, huh? Hector. Snap out of it.
Catches sight of you a
Shaking.
little bit. And you see him sort of like twitch a little bit, and a bit more color comes back to his eyes. It's like, what happened?
What do you mean, what happened? You went black-eyed and you started levitating and you called me human. What?
It doesn't make any sense at all. Bring me down to the ground.
I'm not got you in the ground. You've
No, bring me down to the ground.
just reef him down with my arm.
That's
What?
what just happened.
You tell me. You things were escalating quickly. You started levitating. Your eyes went black. You started, moving slowly. This was not you, Hector. This was not you. What have you done at this place? Did you have some of that fairy dust?
Well, I had a few cupcakes, but they seemed okay. Why? What else happened? It's only been a moment, right?
There was 30 seconds of nightmare fuel happening there, Hector. This was not like Hector. I've slaughtered things, and this was nightmare fuel. How are you feeling? What were you thinking when you were floating over here?
I didn't know I was floating over here. To be honest, I feel plenty confused right now.
Can I'm pretty proficient in medicine. Can I do like a little bit of a medicine just check over on him?
Sure. Go ahead and roll that.
So 25 for
a great
medicine.
Perception of medicine. And I'll get you to answer that from Hector's perspective, Jeremy. What from a medical perspective would you say is happening to Hector?
Physically, everything looks absolutely normal. You can see a last little bit of black draining away from his eyes as the color returns back to that like golden color, and he starts to compose himself again. But yeah, physically he looks $1 million.
I just pinch him by the cheeks, like I grab and just is there any color there?
Oh man. Let go. Those disgusting hands off me.
This is very troubling. Let's we need to talk about this.
Talk about what?
The fact that you went black-eyed, you're as pale as the night, you lost control of your body, you don't remember what happened. This is not normal. This carnival has done something to you. I call out to Rafe. Rafe, come here for a second. Rafe, I don't think... Hector's not 100%. Just stay with him Stay next to him. You're big. Make sure nothing happens and he doesn't fall over or collapse or anything. I'm concerned about it.
My tail comes in and sort of hooks him from behind the collar. You're like toddler strap now.
You hear in your head, Rafe, like a...
No.
Are you saying it out loud?
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying that?
No, what? Right?
Well, something just spoke to me, and the only time that's happened has been Hector, but that wasn't Hector. And it said, unhand me. So I'm assuming that it's Hector.
Rafe, what are you talking about? I'm right here. Please let go of me, but I'm not going anywhere.
In fact, I will lift Hector off the ground just a little bit.
Please, Rafe, no.
I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah, for the sake of the story, I think you definitely can.
Yeah.
I just touched Rafe on the shoulder. This is the right thing. Thanks, Rafe. And as I'm doing, I'm just giving him guidance.
Okay. If he's going to try and lift me on the ground, I'm clicking my heels together and trying to lift out of his reach.
There's no place like
cool.
home. There's no place like home.
Yeah, I guess make a contested strength check to see if you can sort of.
This is going to get on well.
Ripped out of his way. I
Ooh,
think.
Strength ain't pretty for me, but
Well, apparently for neither
plus
of you.
+4.
-1.
Who's guidancing who?
I guidanced Rafe just before it happened.
Okay.
Oh.
For 11.
With that was already with that. You've both got -1 to strength.
Yeah,
I do. Yeah.
I got an 8 for strength.
Wow. Okay.
Dex based fighter. Roll off.
So Rafe, you hold on. You're not like removed from this, but somehow Hector manages to lift you as well off of the ground as he begins to float. It seems that that's the way you still hold on, but he also gets his way as well.
That's a cool trick. I would like to kind of turn him around so I can speak to him better?
Yeah, I think you pretty freely move him in the space as long as upwards. You can't really move him downwards.
You look normal, face to face. Now,
Are you gold-eyed or black-eyed?
I do let go of him. I do let go of him when I see the black creeping in.
You drop to your feet on the ground, crouching and absorbing the impact. Hector, what do they see as you float there in front of them all? No sound from you, Jeremy, maybe?
Cat, can you give us a thumbs up? Is that better?
Try that. Should be okay. They see.
He's about to give his big bad monologue.
We're good. Yeah. We're good.
You better.
We're good.
We're about to kill him. We're about to kill him.
Hector is kind of like still thrashing around a little bit as he's like, you see his little legs kind of flailing around like he's swimming in air vertically, and the eyes start to go darker, but then you can see him kind of shake his head and open his eyes again as the black fades away and the gold comes back. But he's still hanging in the air. He's looking at you all like, what the hell, man? What are you trying to manhandle me for? He says down to Rafe.
You got issues, bud.
What? Just, I've done nothing wrong to harm you. Leave me be.
Yeah, but what's going
Hector,
on, mate?
We weren't trying to harm you. We were making sure you didn't fall over. It was we were trying to support you. You've completely gone through like that. You spent a moment of not being you. We're just making sure you're okay. This is not in any way to harm you or to hurt you.
What's with the black eyes and the growling in my head?
And you've got a pocket full of peas.
What?
Black-eyed peas.
I was like hoping somebody would make a black-eyed pea reference.
I honestly, I don't know. Things have been a little odd recently, but what you're describing doesn't sound like me. And Hector slowly comes floating back down to the ground.
When did this start? Is this since giving up the memory? Or is this?
I didn't give up any memories.
You
Those
didn't
things are
give
too
up
precious.
any.
That's all I have. But
What bullshit happened to you?
I guess if I think back, it started once we've exited the second circle. But this is, we're at the carnival. I'm fine. This is. I think you're all grossly overreacting to something which I'm sure is just a passing thing. I'm just overstimulated. I'm sure of it.
It's all the custard.
It's all the custard.
Sugar high. Can you do me a favor when we get out of here?
What's that, Rafe?
Can you get checked out?
I say, oh, of course. And then in your head you hear, we'll see.
I punch him. No.
Hey, GM, in this time, could I rejoin the party?
Sure. You notice at sort of an outside perspective, Burley is standing just outside of this like intense conversation, like places Malkis down gently outside of the thicket, and sort of just like waits. It seems like he has something burning to talk to you all about, but he just does not want to interrupt whatever the hell is going on over here.
If he does, I will stop and stand next to him with a watch, and I'll be like, "We'll talk in a minute. This is pretty good."
Yeah, he does. He reads the cues very well. And he just sort of stands there, just watching this all unfold.
So I'm gonna go for just a winding punch.
Yes,
straight to the solar plexus.
Okay, sweet. Go ahead and make would you reckon Hector's gonna like stop this and like be able to like react in time?
I should certainly hope so.
Let me see. I've got your.
I threw
rolls.
initiative. If that's the case.
Well, you've got your 8 or which was your earlier initiative? It was 16.
Yeah.
He was a
I'm
16.
like, let's go with that. I think that Rafe is going to get the first shot. So go ahead and roll to hit.
Just going for a straight up
Unarmed.
unarmed strike. Oh, I do have D4 guidance up. Do I have
You use
guidance
that-
up?
In your 11, you got a +1.
Is that a
D4
one
on your
thing?
strength.
Yeah, this.
Once before. Okay, once
Yeah.
before. Come on. Oh, fucking hell. I give
yeah.
up.
Hector, tell me how you block that
I'm out.
strike.
I'm out.
You see Hector's his arm sort of fling out, and the tattoo on his arm sort of comes to life, and like a snake-like creature whips out and just stops your attack, and just slowly puts you back down where you started.
How long has this tattoo been there?
Since day one.
Okay. Nothing odd about that.
It's just like everybody's like, "What the hell is happening?"
I know I missed a couple of sessions, but I'm trying to. How much of this is
I was
me?
like, Hector, Rafe, stop it! What are you doing?
Hey,
Calm, just.
He started it. He started it.
I don't care. I'm not your father.
I did
Pull
start
yourselves
it.
together, both of you.
I did start it, and I wanted to antagonize whatever's caught up in Hector's business at the moment.
Well, let's not do it right in front of the boss. Let's get around the corner and get this sorted. Let's get this carnival business done. Hector, whatever you do not screw this up for us. Do you hear me?
Me? Rafe's the one trying to attack me for
Rafe's
absolutely no
eyes aren't
reason.
going black and going blank on what's going on. Keep it together until we get done here. If it's the custard, it's the custard. But don't screw it up. If you can keep it together, keep it together. Not angry at you, but just let's do this.
I turn to Rafe and I say, I thought we had something, Rafe. That custard was one of a kind.
And believe it or not, buddy, I'm doing this out of love. You and I got no issue, but
Let's keep it that way, Rafe.
We're gonna have to deal with something.
As sort of the conversation winds down, Burley says, and takes off the sort of jack-o'-lantern helmet that he was wearing and puts it on his side. I have a plan.
What's your plan, Burley?
And he, as he looks to you all, and he looks to the camera and he says, "We'll find out next session."
Next week.
Dickhead! I stab him in the face.
Malkis doesn't want to hear it from the psycho who just attacked him out of nowhere.
And with that, we finish up tonight's episode. The full episode will be up on YouTube in this next week. A big thank you to all of you who have jumped in tonight. So thank you again for Inflatable Cat, for Chav Hunter 86. It was awesome to see you all here in space. We also had a couple of other people show up, like Sid Miner and all the rest of you. You are very appreciated. Please go ahead and show some love on the YouTube video if you want to put your comments there about what happened and what you think is going to happen next episode, what Burley's plan might be. But otherwise, we shall see you all next week for an exciting conclusion to the Witchlight Carnival. And hopefully we will be seeing the Feywild sooner rather than later.
I just want to know who the Witchlight Monarch's going to be and why it's going to be Finry.
Yeah, that's the big question there. Right?
That's like all I've wanted this entire time. Fuck everything else. Fuck everyone.
Are you still looking fabulous?
I'm no longer. Well, I'm only my regular fabulous self.
Normal Finry fab.
Normal Finry
Which
fab.
is pretty high fab.
pretty high fab. He just can't wait till he can learn prestidigitation because he will always be absolutely impeccable.
Nice.
I am going to go put all my dice into virtual dice jail. They are just rolling like balls.
A couple of ones there. Hey, there was some rough rolls tonight. But yeah, I hope everybody had fun, and we look forward to having you all with us again next week.
We have a session on Tuesday.
Oh no, Wednesday.
Wednesday as we dive back into Candlekeep with part 2 of The Price of Beauty.
We get to relive all our mistakes.
Mhm. And right now, we are about to go and raid Mike Moans, who's doing some miniature painting right now.
Ooh, hell
Send
yeah.
them
Pretty
lots of
cool.
love from us, and we shall hopefully then see you all next week.
And we'll have a
Bye.
giveaway soon, but
Yes.
we'll announce it very soon.
Stay tuned.
It'll be a Christmas gift.
We're going
so-
in 3, 2, 1.
Bye.
Jazz hands.
Uh,
Fuck.